y'all, Nicole, Coco, Patrice, and today I'm here with my girl, Tracy. Can I say your last name? Who do you want to be known as?
Tracy Nichole.
Tracy Nichole. Tracy Nichole. It's Nicole, Tracy, and Tracy Nichole. No, I'm not Nicole Tracy. Let me stop. Let me stop for it. I might need that extra identity later. X that one.
Oh,
yeah, you don't come up with no alter egos.
I don't know. That's how I feel today.
Do we need an alter ego today?
No.
It's okay, because sometimes you got to be Sasha Fierce.
I don't know. I feel kind of fancy a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
You feeling fancy?
Oh, cool.
Are you a Beyonce fan?
Yeah. At first I wasn't feeling her album, but then the more I listened to it, I was like, okay.
The recent one?
Yeah. Okay. My favorite one on there is Church Girl.
Okay.
Because I grew up down south.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
In Mississippi. Moss Point, Mississippi.
Moss Point?
Yes, girl. Like 30
Where's that
minutes.
by? Okay.
It's like 30 minutes east of Biloxi.
Okay.
Gulfport.
Like I really know where that is either. I'm so ashamed.
It's like right on the coast of Mississippi, right at the bottom.
Okay, got you.
So like the
deep south.
Deep south. that is considered the deep south. People like say like, you know, I'm from Tupelo or whatever. They think that's deep south, but like right there on the shore, basically.
Wow.
So there's moss on the trees, and I was told when I was little that the moss on the north side was like an indication the slaves knew where to go. Like, to go. Yeah.
Right, because they said it grow on one side or something. Science.
Yeah, girl.
We was Dora the Explorer.
Still traumatic.
Right, trauma. Right, the trauma version, right.
Yeah.
Child, period. Anyway. Yeah. So, I know, well, we ain't gonna talk about what we do daytime.
Right.
But the nighttime, well, not nighttime. They make it sound like so bad. Our nighttime
like
profession.
Like, what we really do when the children go to bed.
When the red light special.
Right.
No, but like your side, what do you like to call it? What do you like to call it, first of all? I think that's important.
You know what? I'm glad you asked that because I don't want to call it a side gig. I like to call it just like something I love to do and I get money from it. Mm-hmm. Photography, freelance photography. Yeah.
Is there a shorter word that you would use?
Nah.
I'm not like, I was really trying to get that. No, but like, you know, some people call it like a hustle, some people call it a side job, or, you know, self-employment would be more formal, a hustle, a dream,
just inspiration.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not always inspired. When I am, I like to shoot. I like to shoot you. I sound kind of violent, but you know,
that's
do
right.
shots. Just do shots.
So to clarify for those who don't know. Just 2 shots. To clarify for those who don't know, Miss Tracy Nichole is a photographer on her, you know, time, and what do you want to call it? Freelance, you said?
Yeah.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you like to shoot?
So I don't do a lot of nature shots because that's not my thing. I like to capture emotion. I love black and white images. Mm-hmm. You know, because you modeled before for me. Yeah. And just like those really spontaneous moments. Like that time we were downtown, I was like, okay, it's raining. It was just like the mood that we captured outside. And I think that was like one of our dopest sessions.
Yeah, that was definitely fun.
Yeah, it got us to New York, so.
Yeah, that was, I still need to put together dope. Like I got so much footage that I need to like make it to like a little mini movie. That'd be my thing. Like I be having all this stuff on my phone and I'd be wanting to make it into something. Like remember it, but.
Yeah, because when I see other photographers' work, I need to feel something. And if I can feel something, that inspires me. Right. So even when I do photos, like I can take tons of photos, but if I don't feel anything from it, if it doesn't speak to me, then it's like a waste. Right. Yeah, I need you to be able to look at it and, you know, like say, well, this person felt this way, or you can imagine the sound or the smell in that area in that part of the city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever do anything like that around Chicago? Like just maybe like more like street?
Like a photo walk?
Is that what they call it? Like when you just kind of find people and just like take pictures like in the moment and stuff like that?
I've thought about that, but people crazy.
I was wondering.
Like, girl, why you taking my picture? And just, chase me.
Right.
I ain't with that life. I ain't about that life, but I think I'm friendly enough to walk up to somebody and say, hey, can I take your photo? But then they'll take the moment. They'll take away from the spontaneous moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is tough. Cause I'm like, I recently saw. I don't know. I don't think you sent it to me. I found it, but I think I saw you liked it or something on Instagram. Mm-hmm. It was one of those 80s like New York black and white kind of thing. And I was like, dang, like who really capturing that kind of stuff for us now, especially post pandemic and like. Don't you feel like that's important?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's called Archives or something.
The Black Archives.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's important. Photography, I feel like it's so important because it's like timeless. Like it will take you, I feel like it's timeless. It'll take you back to that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you were not in that city, if you don't know those people,
you feel
like what, you kind of feel, for me, mm-hmm. I'm emotional in that way
mm-hmm.
When it comes to photography. I feel drawn to it because like the people are still very much alive to me in those photos.
Right. Yeah. You ever heard that Native American, I heard that they would say like they didn't like taking pictures because it captures the soul. Yeah, do you feel like it's some truth to that?
I do. And that's why I like to capture, that's why taking photos of people is important to me because it captures the emotion. It stills the emotion. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds kind of...
Yeah. But like the Native Americans look at it like in a negative way. Like, hold on, I don't want to be just having some person like 300 years from now being able to like call me back to...
That's true. Yeah.
Not to... Siri just really wants some clout, bro. Anyway. That's crazy though when you think about it like that. Do you feel like you're the antithesis to Native American? No, I'm just playing. You're anti-native. We got her.
It's me. Sorry.
That's the age now. That's the age we live in.
Yeah. But I think people like... I like spontaneous photos though. Just, children out playing. Of course, I'll get the parents' permission because I don't want to, it's just too many rules.
Yeah.
There's too many rules with photography now. Now you got these camera phones that's doing all these crazy phenomenal things. It's kind of putting me like, well, what do I have to offer then? But I still feel like I have an experience to offer.
Yeah. That's still kind of like the sign of like, status, like to hire a professional photographer for my event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, black people like to throw money away on stuff too. So
throw it away on me. Make it rain.
We are photographers for some of the most like random stuff sometimes though. But I see it both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling like you've acclimated since the pandemic to like how things have changed? Not just with photography, but with anything.
Just my whole life?
Yeah.
I feel like So I'm a Gemini. So naturally, I'm social. I'm not crazy.
Kanye done ruined it for the Gemini.
I'm like naturally social. And I'm still very social, but now I'm more, since the pandemic, I've taken more time to like really get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean just like meditating, figuring out what I really don't like, what I do like, and setting some healthy boundaries. Like if I don't want to go somewhere,
right,
I'm not gonna do it. Or like people pleasing. You know what I mean?
That's
because life,
it's too short.
It's too short for that.
It's crazy though, because don't you feel like since the pandemic, I don't know, like we were just talking about this whole social engineering shit, but don't you feel like if these people are all real people online, you're getting this feeling that so many people are like not taking life, like they're suspended in fear, and it's like they're not seeing the opportunity to like really just live their life to the fullest and live in their truth, and you know what I mean? Because life is short. Like why live it for someone else and out of fear and all these other things?
Like fear. We can't live in fear. We shouldn't, because fear make you sick.
Right.
Like that's low vibration stuff. Like fear. I try to like do things that trigger my joy, trigger my happiness. Because nobody, nothing can be responsible for my happiness, but I do what I can to trigger my joy and trigger my happiness. So like I don't trip about too much about the stuff I eat anymore. You know, because I know this existence, this physical body, I'm borrowing it right now. You know, my energy is never gonna die. Absolutely. It's just gonna be transferred. Now we talk about some stuff that people might not get.
Fuck them.
Still.
Fuck them.
But nah, like, you know, my energy is sometimes it's low, sometimes it's high.
Right.
But I just, you know, take day
by day. That's what we gotta do. I was gonna say, like, for sure with the pandemic, I know I've fallen out of like my routine, like real bad. And I know, like, I don't know, I feel like I don't know too much about what your routine was before the pandemic, but I know like you was running and like I feel like, you know, we used to take our little walks and stuff on breaks and stuff like that. But do you feel like your health kind of, maybe your routine kind of fell off a little bit?
I don't run anymore. I retired from that because it just I didn't enjoy it anymore. So now, like, when the weather was better, I would take a walk on Sundays on the lake because I love being near the water. Okay. It's just something about the water. It's kind of like I feel connected to myself more because I'm just listening to the waves. And what's so great for me about being near the water is watching the waves and listening. It's just so peaceful and quiet. You can actually hear when you sit and you just listen and you're quiet, you can hear and like quiet your mind down. But I'll work out like 3 times a week now. I'm just paying more attention to that part, just enjoying my body more.
What kind of workouts you doing?
The strength training.
Okay. Like at home? Huh? Like at home with just like weights?
No, I play fitness.
Oh, you going to the gym?
Yeah.
Did you go to the gym during the pandemic?
Okay, so I did until they required you to have a vaccine.
Okay, got you.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
So then I did get one shot. It hurt my arm, but I think it just changed. It just jacked up my whole hormonal system. Yeah. And I said I wasn't gonna get the second one. Yeah. Because I feel like as long as I take care of my immune system, I don't have to get those vaccines because our body will take care of itself if you take care of, you do what you need to do. Or, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't, that's the other part of like not living in fear because they'll tell you that you got to go to the doctor for this and, you know, go to the doctor for that. I'm not against Western medicine for acute care. Like if somebody, I'm trying to bring it in, you know, if I need an x-ray, give me an x-ray.
My heart stopped, but I'm about to go take this vinegar real quick.
See what happens. Yeah, like acute care, yes. Get me to a Western doctor fast. Right. But for long term, give me some Eastern medicine. Yeah.
Had a stroke, punto visas.
Yeah, so that's the whole part of like not living in fear. You know, just why? Yeah. Why?
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, like you said, and it brings your immune system down. And like all that stuff that's been coming out since about like natural immunity, like people were saying from the beginning. Yes. Like,
it creates stress. Like cortisol is like stress hormone. It just like shuts everything down. Like I don't want people to think that I just go about, you know, all willy-nilly through society, not being conscious. Right. I'm aware of my surroundings, and I think since the pandemic, my awareness has risen. Right. You know, like be aware. Don't be a dummy.
Right. Which we should have always been that way.
It should have always been that way. Just like, you know, with the whole pandemic and people, you know, having masks on and being 3 feet. I need you to be that way anyway.
All the time. Get out my aura.
Back up off me. Anyway, you know, I need at least 3 feet anyway. So, you know. Yeah.
And you understand like chakras and all that weird stuff.
It's weird. That is real. That stuff is real.
It is. But people think it's weird.
I mean, that stuff, man, like, it's real. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because you said you was in the South and you grew up in church a little bit.
Yeah, I went to church.
You went. She said I went to church.
I was gonna say I grew up in church.
I went. That's amen.
And nothing and nothing against,
too.
I don't want the people to come after me. Nothing against people that do go to church. Because if that works for you and it keeps you sane.
No, for real.
And, because, I get some people rely on that. And that's a different form of spirituality, religion and spirituality is different. It means something different. Religion is what you do based on what somebody tells you how you're supposed to do it. Spirituality, you do it because it feels right. Yeah. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that. I feel like they kind of they merge.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
But I feel like people that tend to have gotten the religious aspect of it first and don't want to explore spirituality, they refuse to see those connections. I feel like the spiritual way, the other way, we can see that more, but the other way, religion just kind of blinds you.
It's blind. Yeah, it's blinding to all the possibilities. It keeps you just Catholicism can keep you from being friends with a Christian person. Mm-hmm. Why? Protestant, right? Why is that necessary? Right? Why can't y'all just?
Especially when essentially, if we get down to the main components, we're all saying the same.
Right,
thing.
And so everybody uses religion to get to God.
Yeah,
and God is essentially within you.
Right,
but
everybody don't use it to get to God. But that's a whole nother conversation.
But religion I think is used to just to keep you in a certain box so you can get to this particular entity that we said you need to get to. Right. Do this to get this. Right. So
it is very transactional.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't dig that.
Yeah.
I don't dig the transactional love, transactional anything, that the performative stuff. I don't really dig that.
I like my restaurant experiences to be very transactional. Bitch, I pay for this.
Right. That stuff, yes.
But other than that, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. So, So, with the whole chakras and stuff, because that's what we initially, we're not on a tangent.
Always.
The whole chakra system. Okay, so I don't know if I've said this to you, but I've expressed this to other people. I feel because the chakra system is very real, that energy, right? Mm-hmm. And if we have blocks, it will affect certain parts of our body, our organs. Mm-hmm. I remember telling a friend of mine, I tell a couple of people, I feel like Black women, we have a lot of issues with our heart, breast area, and reproductive organs because we hold a lot of grief, and we hold the grief is in our heart chakra, and we feel a lot of lack of inadequacy, and that's in our sacral chakra, our sex organ. And we end up having to get hysterectomies, and we have fibroids and all this other shit. And we just don't know how to release that and move it around.
Oh, we do, but we ashamed into not doing it.
So why? What's up with this? Why? Where's this root of shame? Root of shame.
Religion, most of it. Yeah. So you shaking your ass in the mirror?
Yeah, I do. I have to dance to myself.
Do you go out and shake your ass?
Nah.
Why not?
Because it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. She said, once this shit get in the air, tell your man back.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Yeah. So I like doing, I've done pole dancing classes a couple of times. Yay! It feels very liberating. And the African dance class, because it really concentrates on moving.
Pelvis.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I think that's important. But like you said, the whole religion thing, we are taught that our bodies are supposed to be a certain way and move and not move a certain way and keep it, sacred in a certain way. But that sacredness should be your definition. Right. How you feel about your body. Right. And I try not to put that on my daughter. I know she's 13, she's 13. I told her that I own her body, and I should because I don't want her out there just, she's like, no, I own my body. No, you don't.
Don't let these liberals get your ass whooped.
So I want her to, be comfortable in her body.
No, I understand. That's so funny though.
Raise her thinking that I want her to know that her body is beautiful and she can move in certain, she can move it and own it,
right.
And be responsible for the actions that she take with her body.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Like, I feel like too, like, do you feel like once she hit puberty, like you started, cause she has, right? I'm assuming. Not yet. Oh, okay.
No, because she's a gymnast, and so she's really,
right.
she
so
doesn't have a whole lot of,
a while.
yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like with mine, like once she hit it, I just like started having them. Yeah. It's like that instantly them traumas and them reflexes start kicking in, and you like, don't do that, don't wear that, don't say that, don't sit there like that, don't do this like that, and it's like, oh my god, like. Yeah. I'm becoming my mom, or like them older people that just was like harassing me all the time about how I was acting or looking or whatever. And I just feel like we do pass so much of the patriarchy and, you know what I'm saying, the white mind onto our children. Yeah.
And so I tell her, like, she likes to tie her shirt up and show her belly. Mm-hmm. She wants to be able to leave the house like that. And I told
this the time to do it though, because it's all downhill after like 23. Once them drinks start kicking in.
I told her, because I don't want her to be responsible for someone else's behavior.
No, absolutely.
But I want her to understand that how she dresses may trigger someone's behavior.
Right.
And that's like a really like fine line.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to shame her.
Absolutely.
And I don't really know how to do it because I didn't have that kind of relationship with my mom. It was just kind of like, no, you're not wearing that. Like, no, you cannot be creative.
Yeah.
Like, no. Yeah. It was always no.
What was her sign?
Gemini. She was.
Oh, so you got a taste of your own medicine, or whatever you want to call it. Your daughter is a Virgo. Gemini and Virgo. I don't know much about Gemini and Virgo relationship, but I think y'all like it's some relationship y'all got to like. Cause I know like Gemini being more like outgoing and Virgo being more like. I feel like Virgo is usually more inward, like in a way. Like some outgoing Virgos, but like really they more like. They outward, but in a sense of like they be trying to connect with people, but like they really stay in their own head a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, so I'm like, air signs and earth signs, because all air does is cause storms for Earth.
That's it.
Dust storms. Cause a dust storm. Who wants
to give us fresh air or pollinating the plant?
You don't want this smoke, literally. You don't want this dust. What?
Oh, poor air. And you supposed to be on air side.
I'm just saying.
She said I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. I know. I'm trying to think. Famous Geminis. Patti LaBelle is a Gemini. You like Patti?
Yeah. Tupac, Kanye. Who else? Angelina Jolie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kick-ass girl.
Yay. Yeah. Let's see. What else we got to talk about? Oh, where else you live other than Mississippi and Chicago?
Oh, man. I lived in Arizona. I lived in Atlanta. And here.
When were you in Atlanta?
2005 to 2006.
How was that?
It was interesting. It was right after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh.
So I was just like trying to get used to being in Atlanta. It's just something about the South that I don't like. Because when I lived in Atlanta, the apartment buildings, they had names related to plantations. It was still this air of slavery and oppression. Right. Even though, we are very much physically free, it was still this air of oppression. I ain't like that. Yeah.
Well, like they said, because like Georgia, like it wasn't a story that all of the Peachtree streets are like basically telling Negroes, they were written into law. Like if a Negro is found on a Peach Street, he could be arrested after the sundown.
Every street is just about.
That's what I'm saying. So basically, they wrote it like y'all ain't going nowhere.
I always been trying to hold us down.
Yeah.
Always. But yeah. So and then Arizona, I was there from 2006 to 2012. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why were you in either city?
I was married.
Oh, okay. You don't want to talk about that. Do you? Don't you?
No, girl. That was an experience. experience.
Girl, you getting all out my frame. Get back over here.
I was grateful. I'm grateful for that experience. Yeah.
That was such a political answer.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Tracy for Congress. She gonna make some changes, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. What kind of changes would you make in Chicago? What? Or let me say this. So compared to everywhere you live, how does Chicago rank?
It's top because there's so many different things. You know, so many different cultures and activities, and you can kind of like be yourself if you want to. So like Arizona, I think the population of Black people is, I want to say 3%, and those people are probably incarcerated. So like they have, and then when you did see other Black people in Arizona, they didn't really speak. They didn't speak to you. But if they did speak, like, oh, you not from here? No, I'm not from here. How you doing, girl? You know, yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
We gotta research Arizona and find out why them niggas in Arizona acting uppity.
You know, they just, what was it? I think when I lived there, they had just made King Day official like 2-3 years prior to. So, you know.
Yeah. Oh, dry heat niggas. I don't like that.
So, yeah. But Chicago, you know, it's dope. Just crazy crime and stuff. But
yeah, you feel like crime is worse in Chicago than any other major city in the U.S.?
I don't know how to answer that because I know that. I mean, we know what the causes of crime, the root, you know,
which is urban in general.
Yeah, I mean, there are no resources, and the communities are not made to feel like they're important. There's no money being put into communities. You know, like these politicians, they come out and they want you to vote for them, but they don't live in the communities that they talking about they want to change. So how you? Right. What is this about? Like, do you know what goes on in the community, or are you just looking at the news feed?
Right.
You know, media.
Right.
So, yeah, that's really crime. No resources and food deserts.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You think they just be focusing on Chicago or unfairly, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I don't know why though. I think it's because it's all stemmed from the gun laws too. I think because they always, NRA and Republicans always want to point to an example of somewhere that had strict gun laws and say, well, see what happens when you don't let your citizens have guns. Then crime goes up.
But then, isn't Chicago the place where the original gangs happen? And isn't Chicago the place where people from the South migrated? So, of course, they want to, take away... Because I don't think gangs originally started as something negative. It was just like the Black Panther Party started to help feed the people, to protect and feed the people. You know
Al Capone, too. Al Capone was trying to give the people the liquor. Y'all ain't want to give the people the liquor. Now it's COVID. Now all the liquor is everywhere.
So, I mean, of course, take the positive, take the light off the positive things, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
Tracy for Congress, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Out to the people.
We're going to have to scrub this interview. We're going to have to scrub this interview. Be like, we saw that interview you did with that crazy black shit.
So,
So, a little transition.
Okay.
A little, not much, but,
You're a great interviewer.
Am I?
She's not Oprah, better than...
I'm the Black Oprah.
You gonna be the Black Oprah?
That's what Carisha said. I can't let that shit go. I changed my Twitter handle to the Black Oprah because that shit was so funny to me, bro. Because I think she said that shit with her heart, she really meant that. It's like, I'm gonna be the Black Oprah. Love it. It's hilarious. But as a Black woman in America, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier, getting older and all of that. How do you feel? What do you feel like is your place in the social landscape? As Black women, what do you feel like we should be most focused on?
Us. So, I feel like if Black women, we focus on us, then everybody benefits from that. So, I'm not a feminist.
Right.
But the term womanist, I can relate better to that because that's for the whole. like whatever you do for yourself,
right.
everybody else can benefit from that.
Right.
You're doing it for the family or the community, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, if I'm filling myself up, if I'm looking out for me, I'm taking care of me and focusing on me, then anybody that I come in contact with, they're gonna get the overflow of that.
Right.
I'm like really big on filling your own cup.
Right.
Because like I can't do nothing for you
if you're not whole yourself.
Yeah, like focus on me.
You think we paying, like our generation is paying for women of prior generations not doing that and not being aware of like how they need to take care of themselves first?
Yeah.
In what ways?
So as a result, just personally, my mom didn't focus on herself.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a result, she was not able to fill us up. I can speak for myself. I can't speak for my 5 brothers. I have 5 brothers, but
oh wow,
yeah, I can only speak for myself because I needed that. I needed that positive role model, you know, from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I needed her mothering at certain points in my life, and I feel like if she had poured into herself more,
mm-hmm.
then I would have been able to do that sooner. And pour it into myself so everyone else could benefit from it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I didn't really see that when I was growing up. So now, like, I've gone to counseling and I've been able to recognize how my mother's trauma affected me.
Mm-hmm.
And like now, you know, I'm much better because I've been able to recognize it, mm-hmm. and then I can be an example to my daughter.
Yeah.
And so, like, if she comes home from school, I'm like, I don't feel like talking. I just need a moment. I'm
mm-hmm.
gonna allow that for her because she's taking care of herself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or if she just wants to lay in bed because she's tired.
Right.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Pour into yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm doing better than the prior generations. I got the weight on my shoulder to do the things that should have been done.
Right.
You know, I've been tasked with that.
Right.
I don't like that task all the time, but...
And you gotta think about it too, like when you look at the generations, like our parents, their parents, right? We like 4 generations off of slavery. Like when did they ever get a break generationally?
Yeah.
Let alone in their individual lives as people, you know what I mean? So like, we just trauma after trauma after trauma, and then on top of that, you trying to raise a child or whatever you're trying to do, and your day to day and work and bills and all of that. And it's like, right, you really do have to carve out a moment, or you're gonna lose your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do feel like that's the thing that like our generation gets more, but
mm-hmm.
don't you feel like too, like we getting punished by like in the dating scene for that?
For taking
a priority for ourselves, like not, you know, being more conscious of like self-care and ourselves and how we feel about things.
Yeah, I did. So like, in the past, I've asked men like, what do you do for self-care? Because I think that's important. Because mm-hmm. men need to do self-care too, because I don't need you snapping at me if you ain't had no rest. Like, what do you do for self-care?
Right.
Like, you know, like since I've been divorced, I've been very intentional about asking that because that's important to me, mm-hmm. my self-care.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't do my self-care, I can't pour into you. If you don't do your self-care, you can't pour into me.
Right.
So as far as like taking, like as how it affects us in dating, it's, I think sometimes people just have their own trauma and they want you to pour into them anyway. Just your last drop. No matter what, I need, like, you can have needs and not be needy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has needs, but if your needs get to the point where it's where it makes you dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, you know, you're putting too much on the other person. It's causing the dysfunction in the relationship.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah. So it's funny you said that, like you be asking guys what's their self-care, because I do feel like a lot of men don't do any self-care. I feel like more of them are now, mm-hmm. or they don't recognize what their self-care is. Like they'll be doing something that is therapeutic to them, but they don't recognize it as that thing, so they don't know to like that to identify that as something they should do when they start feeling away, or I don't know, or whatever. But I don't really have a lot of conversations with guys about self-care, so I find that very intriguing and modern of you, and I admire that.
Modern,
yeah, that is very. I feel like that's modern. I don't think traditional women were traditional women asking guys, "What's your self-care routine?" Huh?
I need to know how you. I need to know how you take care of yourself.
I can't see Mabel asking, "What's the old ass man name?" Mabel and Rufus. I can't see Mabel asking Rufus, "What's your self-care routine?"
Because we have the opportunity to do that now. Like both sexes, men, you know, men and women, you can do that.
Right.
If you need to go walk. You need that space to do that, bruh.
There wasn't a lot of room in between hosings and being sent to the back of the bus for self-care. Now we got it, right? Let's take advantage of
You
it.
ain't gotta always work and hustle.
Right.
You know?
I feel like most black men, they self-care. I ain't trying to be funny, but between sex and the barbershop, like sports, that's it.
But I think being at the barbershop,
I ain't judging that. I'm not judging that.
No, I'm just saying.
But sex is kind of like, it could go one way or the other. Like, it depends on what the intentions are and how you and that person are vibing and all of that. But porn is definitely not self-care. They seem like it is. They be on there. Okay, stop.
I think, never mind.
You watch porn?
I have before.
But you don't do it regularly or now, or did you stop at some point?
Oh man, it's been a long time. Cause I was like, it's been a long time. Cause I the last person I dated after I stopped dating him, I took like a whole year to work on me. And I didn't have, I was not sexually active at all for a whole.
That's his fault. Whatever the fuck that was his fault, okay? Man. You took sis out the game. Her had to go self-reflect. No, but it be like that. You do have to. Because you be like, why? Where did he have me fucked up at? What is it about me that he had me fucked up? And then you got to do that. Don't take it out on him. Take it out with yourself. That's maturity.
Yes.
What they say. That's growth.
So
we was talking about porn. I remember that. I remember we was talking about porn. No, but I was gonna say.
We
were talking about self-care though.
I have before, and self-care and sex. I think it's important. Self-care with sex.
It can be, but it's just you really gotta. You and that person really gotta be on a wave, even if it's not people always take you being on a wave with somebody is y'all got to be committed, and it don't have to be like that. But if y'all kind of have an understanding of each other, and really I feel like it's just really just about being a friend, having that mutual, you know what I'm saying, compassion for somebody and trying to get to know them better genuinely, not out of trying to be transactional or whatever. Then you're able to better please them too, and yourself, because y'all should really have that line of communication and trust to open that up. But I feel don't you feel a lot of guys don't get that?
No, they don't. It's better to evolve in love instead of fall. I remember this young lady. I wish I could pull up now my phone, but I don't want to interrupt the flow. I mean, she posted something. It was a couple years ago, and I saved it. I can read it if you want me to.
Go ahead. She said I'm gonna pull it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, we good. We only at 46 minutos.
So I enjoy a man that is in touch with his feelings.
She's about how she look. Look at my Pillsbury dough happening over here. I know I was loud. Oh, make sure my mic is up there.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, you fine, because I'm sure I didn't botch the sound and all types of stuff, girl. We doing it though. We doing it.
Oh, here it is. Okay. When we fall in love, we descend into our lower nature. We allow things like attachment, jealousy, fear, control, and pleasure to be the driving force of our intimate exchanges. But when we elevate, transcend, and evolve with love, we create a lasting foundation in which the union can build upon it with bricks of understanding, trust, security, fluid communication, vision, and connection. When we fall in love, pieces of us are taken. But when we evolve with love, pieces left behind are integrated and more consciousness is gained. So ask yourself, are you falling or evolving? So like the whole attachment thing, like my t-shirt, I'm intentional about who gets to experience me. Because I'm like the whole experience. You know what I mean? Like,
period.
Be intentional about that. I don't like to spend my time with random people.
No Six Flags. Say it's an experience, but no Six Flags. This is special admission. These rides is in here, but it's only for a select few. I gotta throw my dumbass metaphor in there. Go ahead.
But you just get to experience people. No attachment.
Right.
No,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of guys be going out this living out this trigger reflex that she trying to get me, she trying to trap me, she want to be with me, she want to have me to herself, and it's like it ain't always like that. Right. I feel like they do that because they don't have nothing else. Like if they don't have the ring to dangle in front of you, then what else is there? For real though. Yeah. And I hate to sound like that because I'm sure I'm gonna be getting another one of them inboxes. You be male bashing. You male bashing, but I'm not. I'm just saying, I feel like they do, socially, it's just so set up. The default is a woman wants you to be her one and only. Therefore, you're constantly in this cat mouse game. And I feel like women have evolved to the point where they're the ones chasing because of this reverse psychology crap. That I'm just I don't know. For me, at least, if it's somebody that I'm really trying to be with. I shouldn't be rushing it, period. Right. Either way. Right. But if I do feel like it's like that, then it's going to evolve to that. But as far as every guy that might check off a few boxes being the one, you know what I mean? Yeah. That ain't it. I mean, you could check off main shit, you know what I mean? Paying bills, going out, attractive, good sex. But if it's the energy is off or it's just not working compatibly, sometimes people got different interests and different, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it don't always mean that I can just enjoy you in this moment. Yeah. And then I feel like women would be so much happier if we could really just get that shit through our head. Yeah. You can literally just enjoy a person for a moment in time and it don't have to be nothing else. Yeah.
I think that, because I've been married before. Marriage is not my goal. If that happens, fine. But my goal is to have a healthy relationship, right, and a healthy friendship. For him to be my best friend, for me to be able to add value to his life. Right. It's that's just who I am. I want to add value to your life. I want to pour into you. And
girl, look in the camera. Let them know. So I wanna. Let me get out the frame.
You so
go ahead. So I wanna pour. We got the water. Let me pour into you.
So yeah, I'm dating someone right now. He's he makes my heart soft.
Oh. Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, because we gotta put a shell up. What do they expect? Because that be killing me too. They be oh, women don't, chivalry is dead because women don't know how to accept it and all this other stuff. Women not soft. They don't know how to take compliments. They don't know. I don't know where they getting this stuff from. Because I'm I don't see the people giving it. Okay, prime example. Yesterday, 2 days ago, some guy almost knocked me over. This happens to me all the time. Black men just literally bumping into you and not saying excuse me, walking right in your path and not saying hello or nothing, and then literally will almost knock you off the sidewalk. And I'm that's a grown ass man. It's I'm trying to get in a door and he's trying to come in it at the same time, and no excuse me, no good day, I'm sorry, let me get out your way, none of that. He literally just bum rushed me through the door he ain't seen me.
It's trauma. I think it's a lot of black men still trying to compete with black women, and I'm not male bashing.
That's a word.
I'm just saying what it is, and there's no reason. We don't need to compete with each other. You when you get to know and understand yourself, you know what your role is.
Don't say wrong. Don't say wrong.
Oh, don't say wrong.
You can't say wrong.
I'm talking about
you can't say wrong, baby.
I'm talking about a roll, the Hawaiian roll.
They be no, we ain't got no roll because y'all don't want to stay home and raise my kids.
So let me go back. Okay, girl. No, play your part. Is that better? Play
No,
your part.
I'm just being facetious. No, but for real, people have their best. You know, like, okay, so when you put together a basketball, football team, you're gonna have role players,
right?
You know what I mean? That don't mean that person gonna always do that. You know what I mean? You got now I'm getting out my lane because I ain't watching no sports in a minute. But what's the old boy Fields? You got Justin Fields. That motherfucker run more yards than the whole offensive line. Like you know what I'm saying? But he the quarterback,
right?
So I mean,
so nobody's playing their part. Like play your part. Play your part.
There you go.
Play your part.
See,
be in your masculine energy. Like,
hold on, time out. And we use a football reference to make y'all understand. Okay, Queens over here. Queens, let's go.
So like, just like we just said, play your part. And I think it's important. You know, these terms, feminine and masculine energy, has been thrown around so much. It has become like a household. You know, like if you don't understand that, then something wrong with you.
Right.
You know, so I think it's important that we know both women and men have masculine and feminine energy.
Right.
So
yin and yang.
Right. Exactly. Balance. So I can be in my masculine energy if I'm getting something done. You know, I can be in my feminine when I'm receiving. And you gotta know how to. You gotta know. And
you providing the reception.
You gotta know when, you gotta recognize it and know when that happens. Because I remember I had a chakra session in my Reiki session. I'm sorry, chakra, same thing. Reiki session, and she, at the time she was doing it, she was like, Tracy, she said, your masculine energy was really strong. She said, what's going on? And I was telling her I was trying to get some stuff done. That's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I need to get some stuff done. It's execution.
Right.
And you can definitely do that in your feminine energy, but it will look different. It'll be like you're receiving your help. Like sometimes I think we women don't know how to receive, like fall back and receive.
We think we got to do it all now.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't know how to like just sit in our feminine. And sometimes, you know, we just want to do, and we're too much in our masculine, but we got to find our balance. Just like men, it's okay to be in your masculine, you know, and not be toxic. You know, it's okay to be in your feminine and just like chill.
Yeah.
But you got to figure that out, brothers.
The balance. Will that come with the self-care? And so, back to that, I meant to say, so it was this guy, I ain't talking too loud because I moved my mic up.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know there's some guys, I remember some guy, it was a long time ago, he said he don't take baths because that's feminine.
I heard somebody say something like that.
You don't want to sit in the water,
like they just see that something with a rubber ducky.
Like what? That's so toxic to me.
No, that's really messed up. Cause like I want to say I had this conversation with a guy before too, where I was like, bro, something about a bath, and he was like, no, fuck me, take no bath. Well, it looks like sitting there in some warm water. You know what I'm saying? Soothing my muscles and shit. What I look like removing all this tension from this region right here. I need that.
Then you feel like a man. All that pain. Yes,
my daddy had this tension. I'm gonna have this tension.
See, that's just so toxic. Man, you can be soft. We like a little softness.
Man,
see, that's what I'm talking about. Like that self-care. Yeah.
You got to. And, like, you got to be unapologetic about it. Like, that's the problem. It's like, they be so worried. I feel like, too, that's another thing. Like, I feel like black men really be looking to us for approval so much that it leaves some of them, like, you know what I'm saying, inactive. Like, they can't even do nothing because they so worried about what this person gonna say, that person gonna say. Especially, I feel like men that tend to have been raised in female-led households, that they look to women for like their moral compass, and then they resent them for it too at the same time. Because it's like, I see a lot of them online like, oh, well, if I did that, how would y'all feel about it? You know what I mean? Like, that'd be the argument. Like, but what if we did that? Like, go do it. Like, who's stopping you?
I think maybe men and women, we are afraid to just show up as ourselves and we're afraid of rejection.
Yeah.
You know, like, so if I show up in a certain way, I'm going to do this because this is who I am. And if you don't want my offering, you know, then fine. Yeah. I got to be okay with that.
I heard a little fuck it in that fine. It was a little fuck it in that fine. Fine.
You don't want my goodies, so fine. You ain't got to take
Sierra. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
No, for real. Oh, so like I was saying, so there was this guy that he asked me like what I was doing, and like I told him I was doing self-care, and he was like, what did that involve? And I like got offended because it was like the tone of like the conversation, because I feel like he was more so, it wasn't that he was interested in knowing how I care for myself so that he can act it out. It was because, you know what I mean? Or that he was trying to assess if I was a balanced person. I feel like he was asking because he was really just trying to be like, what was you doing that you wasn't answering my call? Or what was you doing that you didn't want to go out with me on this day? Because I don't feel like he was planning nothing in advance, because hell, he couldn't even plan like our second or third date. So I just felt like, I don't know. But then when you said that made me feel guilty, because I'm like, what if he genuinely was like just trying to like figure out me? I'm like, I was just being a little bitch. But oh well.
What if they really don't know what self-care is?
Yeah, I feel like he might actually just genuinely be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I just like I just came up with some random term for some stupid shit I was doing. Like,
yeah.
He really was intrigued.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll never know. Fuck him. All right.
She rough, y'all.
He ain't call no more, so shit. Clearly, he ain't want no understanding.
Maybe he was doing self-care.
He been doing self-care for the last 4 months, huh? Fuck him.
Setting boundaries. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What else we was gonna talk about? So you said you weren't running no more.
Yeah, I'm not doing no long runs no more.
Talk about your marathon experience though, in a good light, in case people want to do it, and then you can trash it at the end.
That was 2018. I needed that in 2018. It helped me focus because I was going through a divorce, separation.
And to be clear, that was the LaSalle Bank 2018.
Bank of America.
Bank of America, I'm sorry.
Yeah, October 2018. And like the whole season, it's a huge commitment to train. It's like I think 26 weeks. I don't know. I'm talking 26 weeks, like the same length of the run. But it's a long time.
But it is though, right? Don't they like commit like a week to every mile you gotta run?
So I started training January 2018. So I'm running outside and it's 7 degrees. It's cold. Sometimes it was like ice on the
ground.
Path. Yeah.
So it's like 9 months though of training.
Yeah, 9 months of training. Some people officially training starts in April. You go from April through the last week of September, first week of October. So it's a huge commitment to train for the marathon. But once you finish though, you just like feel like you can do anything in the whole world.
But not that shit again.
No. Never again. Ever. No, I did like 2 halves before that marathon. But I needed that because it kept me focused. It gave me something to do every day, every week to focus on what I needed to get me through a rough patch in my life. Yeah. So when I started, I was like, okay, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. I actually signed up to run 26.1 mile, 26.2. And I survived off of coconut water and Kind bars. I didn't cramp up until I got to like mile 20, I think.
Ooh, that's good.
That is good.
So I would cry like a bitch at like mile 5.
And so my radio stopped working, so I had to listen to the crowd talking about, "Go, you almost there." No, I'm not.
You walk with me then. Let's see.
I'm not almost there. Be quiet.
You lie.
Hey, no, I'm not.
You have to stand up like that dude who did Obama. You lie.
And so I had to stop a couple of times to get massages because my hip was hurting. And like mile 23, I think, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm almost shut down. Aww. Then one of my friends, she was there. She got me through to the last part. And I stopped. I remember when I crossed the finish line, I just stood there and looked at the man with the medals. I was like, I'm done. And it was like, come on, get this. I was like, I'm done. I can't.
No. Girl. Oh my God.
Like the next day I was shut down, like literally on my couch.
I couldn't imagine. Anything. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder what like the history of that is. Like I should look into that. Like marathons and like who decided this was a good idea.
Girl, I think this was like some Greek. You know.
Right, that was all of that shit from the Olympics. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mount Olympus and shit. So yeah.
You're an Olympian.
I will not do it again.
You're an Amazon warrior.
Girl. Me Queen Califia.
Or whoever, somebody. Yeah, you're right. Black people only.
That's right. That's right. So,
man, them Amazons, Wonder Woman gotta be a black woman. Like, they be killing me with that.
She
like,
is. I bet she is.
Where don't even make no talking about Amazons and they white.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Y'all need to do a redo. And they want to be mad at us for posting Hebrews and Negroes.
Girl. And see, the whole... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You can rant.
Because, like, the whole, Woman King, I enjoyed the movie, but when the movie first started, I feel like it's creating this narrative, continuous narrative about Black women that we don't want families, and we don't, because when they started the movie, it was like, you stay here because you're not going to have a husband, you're not going to have, you decide not to have children. So, there's already this narrative that that's not what we want. We just mean and we don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that shit crazy though, because that's like the opposite of what I feel like is, I feel like I was just saying, a lot of men assume that we want all those things. Like, we trying to trap it with a baby. We trying to trap it with a husband. But then, I don't know, but then you get this bot-like conversation that, like I said, I feel like we really do need to start consciously differentiating between what we've heard from actual verifiable human beings say out their mouth is their opinion versus bot and social engineered opinions, because I feel like that shit is really changing the landscape of especially Black relationships and how we talking to each other. But I feel like, I don't know, like I don't feel like Black women are really giving out any message as far as, we just want to live good lives, like, and if we choose to have children, then we're about the children, and if we don't, then we're about living a good life or helping our community. Like, I don't see a lot of Black women that's just like, oh my God, screw men and screw children. And
so like you just said, this whole bot response, like, where is it coming from? Because like the narrative has been that Black women, we don't need men, or you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the beginning of that movie, that part, because I've not read that book, and I just feel like I just didn't like that narrative, like it was continuing. Right. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it was a great movie.
You're not alone. They're gonna call you a pick-me though. That's what they say. That's what they say now, right? Like, as soon as you start criticizing the independent woman narrative for Black women, the all-doing, all-powerful, magical Black girl. As soon as, as soon as you start finding the chinks in the armor, that's now you're a pick-me. Is that not what people call them pick-me's?
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like that's the thing. I'm gonna be out here calling nobody nothing until they start that shit with me. Like, oh, I'm this, then you're that. But, like, that name calling shit is whack. But
why so many things to define us? Like, let me just be.
Right, that's the problem. Everybody's so quick to throw a label around on something that they just can't conceive. Because that'd be funny too. They be trying to go in on me. Like, I have a random person trying to troll me, and I guess they'll go to my profile. They can't find nothing else, so they're just like, your music sucks. Like, all right, cool. Like, you don't even have a fucking profile picture. Like, I'm not arguing with you. You don't even know if you're real.
These people do the most. They just want to be relevant.
It's weird. It is absolutely weird. Do you let your daughter? She got social media?
She used to have, she used to have Instagram, and then she had Snapchat, and she was on a Snapchat with one of her friends throwing up gang signs. Like, girl, you are not.
Oh, yeah.
We're not doing that.
So you shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you know about gangs and signs? Gang signs. Like, no.
Right, listen to how mama even describing it. I know she don't know the gangs and signs.
Right.
I don't even know what memorabilia these guys have, but no, you will not be purchasing their logos either.
No.
or buying one weed. I catch you with one weed and it's over for you.
Yeah. So
no, I understand.
No, she may still have TikTok. Okay. But nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I haven't ran through her phone recently.
I try not to do that. Like, I feel like I probably should occasionally, but I feel a way about that violation of their privacy thing, because I'm just like, it's
a fine line.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, I want her to be able to feel like she got her own responsibility, and that I trust her, you know, moral compass or whatever. But then, yeah, it's a lot of weird shit be going on, and like, you know, you don't really know your kids until, you know, you really don't ever know them. Like, they're their own people.
Yeah,
you know?
I want her to, you know, have some autonomy over her decisions, but she has no privacy in that way. Until she is fully responsible for herself.
Absolutely.
Like, when she can pay her own.
Oh, yeah, no, I will be busting in this door when the hell I feel like it.
Right, yeah, you can close the room door when you're changing or in the bathroom, but like your phone.
You lock the door when you change. The other day, you need to unlock the door, because especially because she be having headphones on, and it's my fault. Like, you buy the noise canceling headphones for a kid, and you don't realize it was that you're the noise. Right, I just paid for this shit, and now I'm yelling at you at the top of my lungs, trying to figure out what's going on. Trying to call you for dinner, and you deaf. It's like, let you starve.
So it's like, parenting is ghetto.
The world is a ghetto.
Parenting is ghetto.
It's even worse. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. How's your son doing? He's in college right now. Mm-hmm. You don't have to give specifics, but how's that going?
He's good. He's 18 and
that's crazy. Our kids are the same age and same gender. Like,
it is. Yeah.
Twinning.
Same middle name. Kind of.
Our coochies was acting at the same time.
Stupid. Go get her. This is not really tea she's drinking.
I'm so sober. It's
a front. It's not really a bundle of sage.
Oh, God. I'm like, I haven't even started. What's today? Saturday?
Yeah.
It's going down though. You ain't came to go dance with me no more. But what you been doing other than, you said you been doing African dance and working out. What else going on?
That's it.
And then your daughter, I'm sure, take up a lot of your time.
Yeah, I've been just been quiet. Just kind of been like reflecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been quiet, private.
She gonna write a book or something. She gonna drop something. She gonna
drop something hot, son.
Something. Let me think of something. So I was gonna say we was gonna do like, what was you listening to as far as like music right now?
Listen now.
But see, I don't know. I don't be knowing your musical taste, because you be liking some eccentric stuff.
So
that I probably should be listening to, but it be too much. And I'm one of them people who I just go listen to some old school shit.
Different stuff.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So
give me somebody, like, name your top five. Yeah, or top five, like, who would you be playing right now in the car or something?
Okay, so on my way here, I was playing Nas' new album.
I ain't listened to it yet. That's the King's Disease 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hot.
That's the one with the cover look like a McDonald's logo. It's so funny. It look, as soon as I saw it, like really elite, like really top notch McDonald's. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty hot. Yeah. I'm into like his beats. Okay. You know, dope, and the way his play on words. Mm-hmm. So I like always like I like hip hop, I like R&B. Mm-hmm. I like some blues. Like I was listening to Van Hunt yesterday, so I can go like from Van Hunt to Nas,
right? Like
in an hour.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's who I was listening to on my way here. Before that, see. Who was I listening to? I haven't really listened to the Drake album. I don't know what they're doing to him, but I've seen some memes.
She said, I don't know what they're doing now. That's so funny. Sorry to this man.
What's going on with
So you ain't watched my last episode, because I pretty much broke it down. So I'm going to let you watch that episode. Okay. But for the most part, he tried to come for the girls.
Okay.
He been throwing shots at the rap girls. And so everybody like, oh, I know you ain't throwing shots at the rap girls. So as a Megan Thee Stallion fan, I have not listened to his album yet. I will listen to it, but I'm just holding off. I'm going to let him, I ain't going to push his numbers up right now. I'm going to wait till he died down, then I'll listen to it. But I seen the little quotes and stuff, and he been coming. I'm like, since when do the rap dudes come after the rap girls?
That's wow. That's like, okay.
So he deserved it.
Yeah. Trying to stay relevant.
You know what I mean? Oh yeah, he definitely. Girl, watch my last episode. I went as far in as that I could go on him without getting no legal problems down the line.
Ooh,
girl, cause he a mess.
Yes,
he a mess. I feel like he definitely one of them people that got planted in the industry to like, you know, keep shit going, and you know what I mean? Like they know how to do the formula to keep some shit going over here and take this person's style, bite their style, and you sell all the units over here. Now you didn't kill this whole person's career, you know what I'm saying? Because like Drum, that's somebody he was beefing with, and he had to come out and do a video talking about how he his bodyguards beat him up. Drake's bodyguards. He's like, but you ain't never gonna catch me one-on-one, but you want to talk shit. But then it came out, somebody was talking about what Diddy beat Drake up, and you ain't heard nothing about that. I'm like, that's crazy. And they both Scorpios too, Diddy and Drake. Scorpios. But I like Drake here and there, but I ain't.
I'm not really a Drake fan.
Not no more for sure.
I've never really been a fan. Like he had a couple of hits, but I won't say that I've listened to like his whole album ever.
That one, Take Care. Was that Take Care? Which album was that? The one where he's sitting there. I think it was Take Care. Where he's sitting at the table with the lamp with the candles, sitting by himself at the table in the black and the gold. I think that's Take Care. Okay. But that was one of my favorite albums by him. And then I did like that one he did where it was like, which one was that one? Oh, of course the one with him in the cloud. I can see the covers. I can't never think of the damn names. But it's hard on the tip of my tongue.
Was it the clouds?
Yeah. Where's the one where it's like he actually did 2 albums like that. So the names play off each other. It was one where it's like an animation of him as a baby, and then the second one was him as a something later. Thank me later. Talk to me later.
Okay. Thank me later. Yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good one. But I feel like, at the height of like Young Money and all of that, he was definitely hitting, you know, he was on the right tracks at the right time. Nicki Minaj was on her A game. That's what I feel like he just took all of the wave of the energy behind what's his name? Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. And then that kind of catapulted him. And I feel like he really like preyed on like black women too, because a lot of them, it was very much because he into strippers and stuff.
Competitive. He's competing. He's insecure in his energy. So he's competing.
Yeah, he definitely, I do feel like, he tried to be with whatever, he just keep changing to whatever the flow is and taking somebody else's thing instead of being like a genuine thing himself. You know what I mean? But like, I can't be mad because it's a hustle and he got a machine behind him. Like, going,
So I've been listening to Alex Isley and what's her name? Ari Lennox. That album.
Did I listen to the whole thing? I want to say I got like halfway through it. I might have listened to the whole thing. You know, I be trying to do other stuff and listen, but it was good.
I like it.
I like the Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, I saw her on the interview on the Breakfast Club. It was pretty good.
I didn't watch that one all the way through either. I got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. It'd be a lot of time that'd be needed.
So
Alex Isley's dope too. I'm glad you took me to go see her.
That was pretty dope.
I didn't even know, and then like one of my friends was like, because I did a video on Instagram, and he was like, I love her. Like, he was like, I be doing wedding videos and stuff. My photographer friend I was trying to hook you up with. But yeah, he was like, he be doing little wedding videos, and that be the music he puts in the back of them all the time.
Yeah, she's dope. Yeah. She's really dope. I had no idea. I should have put...
that she was Ron Isley, or not Ron Isley, Ernie Isley's daughter. Right.
I had no idea. I like, what's his name? Maceo and, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Maceo. Ain't that the horn player with James Brown? Like,
no, girl.
Maceo.
No. See, I'm gonna have to send you some clips.
Yeah, please do.
What's his name? He did a song with Alex Isley.
I know you're talking Maceo or something.
Is that his name?
Girl,
I don't know.
Some of some Maceo.
Let me see.
Here we go, looking up stuff like some old ladies. I think I know what you're talking about, though.
Oh, gosh.
Because, look, I'm here to you. Maceo is somebody with James Brown. But I could be making that up.
Oh, good Lucky Day.
See, Maceo Parker.
He's on it too.
Who?
Lucky Day and Maceo.
How do you spell who you talking about?
Is it Maceo?
Maceo.
I thought the G.
I don't know if you
say.
say. Oh, it could be.
I don't know.
I'm hooked on phonics, so if you put a G there, I'm gonna say the G, unless you got. Yeah, unless it's supposed to be a soft G.
Okay.
I'm saying the G.
What's a soft G? Good. G.
I'm speaking Spanish. I'm trying to come. Look, an English word is trying to come out my mouth, but all of the words in my brain right now are Spanish. Gigante. That's a soft G, bitch. And what's the English soft G's? Is it an English?
Robert Glasper too.
She gonna go change the subject. You know I'm still over here trying to figure out a soft G.
Let it go.
Okay, that's Spanish. Spanish got the soft G.
Soft G. Okay.
Watch me think of one later. I'm gonna edit the video and be like, I'll put the word right across here. I told you it was one word in English, one word. But Maceo Parker was with James Brown in the 50s.
Oh, I see. That's what
in the 60s. No, it's spelled different.
Oh, okay. It's really spelled how it sounds. Okay.
That's why I was confused.
Okay. She was the one with the ear for music.
Ooh, no, she didn't. Blame it on my ear for music. You the one brought him up. He's Jamaican. Girl, you say that G in Jamaica, don't you?
No.
Kingston.
Come here, God.
I don't know. We gonna figure out how to say Masigo name and then. But girl, that's pretty much it. What else you got to talk about? What else you got going on? Anything you want to put out there, advertise, promote?
Man, just stay hydrated. Mind your business. Yeah. You're not hydrated. You're delusional.
And strap up. Cause water get no enemy. Okay, was that Fela Kuti? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stay hydrated, mind your business. Because when you're not hydrated, you get delusional. And then you be up in everybody's business crazy.
How that song go to water get no enemy?
I don't know.
See? I'm thinking of all the Fela Kuti songs at one time. But he said the water get no enemy. He said you can use the water to wash up.
Right.
But ain't no water gonna get your enemy. He was saying gonna get you still. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mind your business.
And man your business. And take care of business. All right, y'all.
This has been fun.
Has it?
Yes.
I'm glad you joined me. And I'm glad I put you at somewhat easy, even though you crouching in the corner over there.
I am. Next time, if she invite me again, I'm like,
we're going to have some edibles now. What we going to have?
I'm going to just, I'm going to be more comfortable. Yeah.
You did great. And anybody who's watching, I want y'all to tell Tracy how great she did. And follow her on, you want followers?
Nah, I ain't got nothing on the follow right now. I mean, you can follow my photography page. It's Tracy Nichole Collection. That's it.
Tracy Nichole Collection. To the moon, baby. To the moon. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay balanced. And we'll see y'all. Bye.
My long things look like.
If it's over, get out my face. It's not like there wasn't scores of chances to play you. You can't even count the time.